It's Saturday morning. This man, Mr. Someone, is lying on the sofa half watching TV. Then he grabs his phone. Instagram opens. At the top, stories. He taps them one by one. They're all from people he knows. Friends, classmates, co-workers, all living their lives somewhere else. In just 5 minutes, he learns everything. Their celebrations, their relationships, their struggles. And then, he locks his phone and goes back to watching TV. Every single day, he watches the lives of others like this. From his home, from his bed, from his sofa, work, cafeteria, everywhere. Day by day, he starts knowing more about their lives, where they go, how they feel, who they love. This is completely normal in today's era. But here's something interesting. There are people who never post, like this guy, Mr. Someone. They watch everyone else. They see every story, every update, but they don't share anything about themselves. This video is about them, about their psychology. We humans seek validation because social approval satisfies deep, evolved psychological needs. Humans didn't evolve alone. We survived in groups. If the group approved of you, you were safe. If the group rejected you, you were in danger. So the brain learned something very early. Approval equals safety. That instinct never disappeared. It just changed its shape. And the main thing is, from whom, how much, why, when, and where we seek and use validation. Let's look at some facts about the psychology of people like Mr. Someone. They genuinely like themselves. They don't need constant reminders that they're enough. Their self-respect comes from within, not from being seen or approved. This shows internal validation. They don't rely on likes or comments to feel worthy. Their confidence is quiet, stable, and not dependent on attention. They have strong control over themselves. They can sit with their emotions without needing outside reassurance. This emotional control allows them to stay calm, grounded, and independent. They don't rush to express every feeling online. They process emotions privately, which builds emotional maturity and reduces impulsive behavior. They are the lone wolf, moving through the deep jungle, finding food, surviving on their own, not because they are weak or broken, but because they trust themselves enough to walk alone. They focus on living the moment. Instead of recording life for others, they experience it for themselves. Presence matters more to them than proof. They value real experience over digital memory. They don't interrupt moments just to capture them. They live first and remember later. They record or capture memories for the future, to look back and remember one day, not to post, show off, or seek validation from others. They don't give a fuck about other people's opinions. They listen when it matters and ignore noise when it doesn't. Their decisions aren't driven by trends, likes, or public reaction. This shows strong boundaries. They separate useful feedback from meaningless judgment. Their identity isn't shaped by the crowd. They are less influenced by social comparison. They don't measure their life against curated highlights of others. This protects their self-esteem and keeps their identity stable. They avoid the comparison trap. They understand that social media shows moments, not reality. This reduces envy, anxiety, and self-doubt. They have strong inner peace, less comparison, less performance, less mental noise, and more clarity, balance, and emotional freedom. By not performing for an audience, their mind stays quieter. They conserve mental energy. They feel less pressure to prove anything, and that creates peace. They listen to their inner self, their identity, their values, their instincts. They rely on it. Their peace comes from within, not from validation or approval from others.